Most engineers build pipelines. Elite engineers, they build systems that scale and deliver answers that move the needle. If you want to be seen as strategic and indispensable, it's not about writing code. It is about showing that you understand governance, security, and cost management at an enterprise level. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that inside Microsoft Fabric. If lesson 2 was all about getting Fabric set up, your workspace, your lakehouse, your naming standards, then this lesson is about running it like a pro. Let's break down the 3 pillars that matter most when you're operating in an enterprise environment: governance, security, and cost management. Governance is about making sure the right people can find, use, and trust the right data without any chaos. Think of it like a well-organized library. Every book or data set has its place, its rules for who can check it out, and a system that tracks where it's been. Without governance, you've just got a pile of books and no way to find the one that you need, and potentially burning down your business in the process. Start by integrating Microsoft Fabric with Purview. This gives you a centralized data catalog, automatic lineage tracking, and a unified view of all of your assets across your lakehouses, warehouses, and Power BI datasets, and so much more. You can add sensitivity labels to your data. This feature is built in when you integrate Fabric with Purview. Once you enable it, you can apply 365 sensitivity labels to Fabric assets across your lakehouse tables, and those labels even persist when the data is exported. This helps you to enforce your organization's data protection policies without much thought to it. You can mark a lakehouse table as highly confidential, and that label follows the data even if it leaves Fabric. That is enterprise-grade protection. Next, structure your workspaces by domain and lifecycle. Think finance production, finance dev, sales prod, etc. Then be sure that you're using RBAC roles, admins, members, contributors, and viewers to control access. Manual user management doesn't scale, and it breaks when people leave. Assign Entra security groups to each workspace role so you can scale governance with your organization. And absolutely use endorsement and certification to guide users toward the right datasets. Finally, dive into the admin portal. Under Microsoft 365 Admin Center, be sure that you're locking down tenant settings, disable personal workspaces, control the exports, connect your environment to the Purview audit logs so that you can track every action inside of Fabric. This is what separates a data engineer from a data strategist. Fabric is governed by default, but you still have to think about access and secrets like a security architect. First, enforce least privilege at that workspace level. If someone doesn't need access, they shouldn't even be able to see it. Then you need to apply granular permissions inside your lakehouse using OneLake folder security. You can lock down specific folders to specific AD groups or Entra groups. And then MFA should be on for everyone. Admin roles should use PIM to keep elevated access temporary and auditable. If Fabric is connecting to an on-prem source or a VNet isolated database, use the on-prem gateway. And secrets, never hard code them. Store those credentials and tokens in Azure Key Vault. Grant access to your pipeline's managed identity, and then pull secrets at runtime. I once audited this pipeline where the database password was pasted into the notebook header. Don't be that team. You can even mark the output as secure so nothing leaks in the logs. This is how you keep your system audit ready and breach resistant. Let's talk money. In Fabric, compute capacity is your biggest cost driver. Everything runs through those capacity units. And if you're not careful, that burn rate can get out of control. Start by understanding what you're paying for. Use Azure Cost Management to break down your Fabric costs by meter. Spark, SQL, Power BI, etc. Then be sure that you're using the capacity metrics app to drill down to the workspace and your workload level usage. Be sure that you're setting budgets and cost alerts. Even if you're not doing chargeback, you should still be doing showback. Let teams see what they're spending. And here's the pro move. Pause unused capacities. No one thinks about this until that monthly invoice hits like a truck. In the Azure portal, navigate to your Fabric capacity resource and use the pause option or automate it with Azure Automation to shut down your dev or lab capacity overnight and save thousands per month. This kind of automation is a game changer for teams serious about cloud cost control. If you're always running at full tilt, look into reserved capacity for a 40% plus discount. Cost control isn't just about being cheap. It is about being trusted. I worked on this client with a Fabric bill that doubled in a single month because no one realized that the dev workload was auto-scaling every night. That kind of oversight shakes leadership's confidence. And once confidence is gone, so is your influence on that roadmap. Controlling costs shows you understand the full picture, not just the code. If you can explain Fabric governance in a team meeting, if you can secure a pipeline end-to-end, and if you can walk into a budgeting review and defend your numbers, you're not just a data engineer anymore. You're becoming the person everyone wants leading this platform. So what's next? In the next week's video, we're going to talk through how to ingest data into your Fabric Lakehouse using pipelines. Check out this video where I show you how to build a pipeline in Synapse that pulls from a REST API.